Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called 10 plus 5 by De Costa. And here are the rules. The rules for solving. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. We also have digits separated by a white dot are consecutive, and digits separated by a black dot are in a 1 to 2 ratio. That is, one digit is double the other. Not all dots are given. And so these are black and white crop key dots. So if, for example, this were 6, this would have to be 5 or 7 to be consecutive. If this were a 4, this would have to be 2 or 8 to have one digit be double the other digit. And that's how white and black crop key dots work. We also have digits separated with an X sign sum to 10, and digits separated with a V sign sum to 5. But all X's and V's have been given. So there is a negative constraint for the X's and V's, but not for the crop key dots. So that means if this is a 3, this would have to be 2, and this would have to be 7, because these two digits must add up to 10 because there's an X between them, and these two digits must add up to 5 because there's a V between them. But say there was a 3 here. That would mean 2 and 7 cannot be in these 4 cells. Because if there were a 2 or a 7 in any of these cells, and this was a 3, the problem is they would have to be marked with an X or a V. That's what this negative constraint means. So therefore, it's very important to remember that you have this negative constraint in this puzzle. Otherwise, you won't be able to solve it. So there is that rule set, and that's it. Good luck and happy solve. Thank you. Appreciate the well wishes. Anyways, those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so any digits that are next to V's have to be the digits 1 through 4, right? Because those are the only digits that add up to 5 with another digit. So these are all 1 through 4. These are all 1 through 4. These are 1 through 4. These are 1 through 4. And these are 1 through 4. Now, any digit next to those have to be the digits that are next to with an X have to be 6 through 9. So this is 6 through 9, 6 through 9, 6 through 9, 6 through 9, and this is 6 through 9. 6 through 9 here. Also, in column 2, we have all the digits from 1 through 4, so any remaining digits in that column have to be 5 through 9. If they're next to an X, you can never have 5 add up with another digit to add up to 10, because they would have to be 5 and 5 adding up to 10, and that's not allowed in normal Sudoku to be in the same row or column. So this is 6 through 9, which means this is 1 through 4. This is 6 through 9, which means this is 1 through 4. Because in column 2, we have all the 1 through 4s here. In box 9, we have 4 1 through 4s, which eliminates 1 through 4 in the rest of the box. So this is 6 through 9, which forces this to be 1 through 4. What else do we have? In row 7, we have all the digits that are 1 through 4, because we have 4 digits that must contain 1 through 4 in them. Therefore, these are all 5 through 9 here, and this must be 6 through 9, which makes this 1 through 4. In addition, this can only be 6 or 8, because it cannot be 1 through 4, and 5, 7, or 9 can never be next to a black crop key dot, because 5, 7, and 9 are essentially double of 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5, which are not digits. And if you double 5, 7, 9, you get 10, 14, or 18, which are also not digits. Therefore, this is 6 or 8 here, which forces this to be 3 or 4. Well, what does that mean? That means in the one of these digits must be 3 or 4. And it cannot be the same as that one. So one of these digits is 3 or 4. This is 3 or 4, which eliminates 3 or 4 in the rest of row 8. This can't be 3 or 4. It's 1 or 2, which must be with 3 or 4. This 1 or 2, though, cannot add up to 5 with this digit. So these two must be the same digit, right? So we're going to mark these as red and green here. This matches this one because these two must add up to 5, because these two add up to 5 here. So we'll make this pink and orange here. So this has to be red and green in some order. This must be pink and orange. So this is pink or orange. We have all the 1 through 4s here. This must be pink or orange also. So this is pink or orange. Therefore, these 1 through 4s have to be red or green. We don't know which ones are which, though. So this is a red-green combination. This is pink or orange. Let's not use this one, then. Let's separate these out from here so that we can do it clearer. This is red or green. Let's just make this one orange, I guess. So this would have to be the high orange. This would then be the pink. This would be orange. This would be pink, and this would be pink. So where is the high pink in box 4? Cannot be here because therefore this would be an X, right? So this has to be the high pink here, which means this is a 5. This has to be red or green. This has to be, okay, so what other may, okay. This is a certain one, right? The remaining other one has to be here, but it cannot be this digit here. Because if it were that digit, this would have to have an X next to it. Because we know these match. This cell matches with one of these two, but if it matched here, there would have to be an X there. So this must be the other corresponding red or green 6 high digit, which leaves this as the pink high digit here. Okay. Both the red and green high digits are here. That means we're left with 5 and the high orange. Well, either of them can be the high orange, so we don't know. This has to be red. Okay, we have a 1 through 4 triplet or quadruplet in row 5, which means this has to be 6 through 9. That forces this to be 1 through 4, which forces this to be 6 through 9. This is red or green here, which means this is also red or green. So this cannot be red or green here. That means this must be, because the red or green highs are here, this must be pink or orange, which means this is next to pink or orange, which means this is the high pink or orange. Cannot be the high pink because that's a high pink. Therefore, this is high orange, which means this is low orange here, which means this is high orange here. Okay. This is either, we don't know. This could be orange or pink. This. This is orange or pink. If this were 5 here, these two would have to add up to 10. And therefore would have to have x in between them. Therefore, this cannot be 5. Therefore, 5 has to be one of these two digits here. We don't know what that is. This has to be a digit that's orange or pink. It cannot be pink because these two pinks would eliminate that pink. So these are both orange. But we don't know which one's high and which one's low. Because all the red and greens in box 1 are accounted for. So this must be an orange. This cannot be an orange then. One of these two is orange. But we don't know which. We don't know if this is high. These digits are 5 through 9 here. These digits are 5 through 9 here in box 7. We have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quintuplet in row 9, which eliminates 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the rest of the row. So this can't be 5. These have to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Therefore, this must be a 5 here, which means this is not 1, 2, 3, 4 because we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruplet in column 5. So this must be 6 through 9. And it must match this one, but we don't know which one it matches to. This cannot be green, because if it were green, this would have to have a V next to it. So this must be pink or orange. This cannot be orange or pink, because if it were orange or pink, these would have to have a V next to it. So this must be green, which makes this green here. So this must not be green. This is red, which makes this not red. This is green. This red means these can't be red, so these are both green. These can't be green, so these are both red, which means this can't be red. So this is green, which makes this a green, which makes this red. So this is 3 or 4. This is 1 or 2. This is 8 or 9. Oops. This is not. This is 6 or 7. This has to be orange or yellow. Orange or pink. And since this is an orange-pink pair of lows, this must be high. So this has to be low here. This is 3 or 4. This is 6 or 7. Oh, we already knew that because this one of these is red or green. So since this is red or green, this can't be red and green. So this has to be orange and pink anyways. This is orange or pink. We're not sure. Okay, this cannot be orange because of the orange. Therefore, this is pink, which means this can't be orange. This is pink to match. This then can't be pink. This must be the orange. 1 through 4. remaining digits in box 8 are 6 through 9. So we know this can't be the red one. So this is either green, orange, or pink high. This can't be pink. Couldn't anyways because of this pair, but this is red, orange, green. And this is red, orange, green. It could be any of them. None of these could be high orange, so one of these has to be the high orange, which means this can't be high orange, so the high orange has to be one of these two. Since one of these two is high orange, none of these could be high orange, so this must be high orange here. And since this is high orange, this can't be high orange here. So this has to be a 5, which means this cannot be 5 here. So this is high orange here. This can't be 5, any of these. This can't be red high because there would need to be an X there. So this has to be either, it can't be pink, it's green or it's orange. We're not sure which. This must be orange. One of these is a 5. And we need a low pink. Low pink cannot be here, so this must be low pink here. Therefore, this is a 5 here. This is high orange, so this cannot be high orange. It's high pink, which must be next with low pink. Therefore, this is low orange here. Therefore, these can't be pink. These have to be orange. So this is orange, which means this can't be orange. This is green. Orange cannot be, high orange cannot be here next to this high orange. So this is high orange here, which forces this to be high red. There's 8 or 6 or 7. This can't be high orange or high green. So this is high pink then. So the high pink is 6 or 8. Which means the low pink is 2 or 4. Which means the low orange is 1 or 3. And that makes the high orange 7 or 9. One of these 3 digits is an 8 because we don't have an 8 anywhere else there. And in fact, actually, one of them has to be 9. And this can't be 9 anymore. So one of these is 9, therefore this is 8 and 9 as a pair. Since 9 is only next to 8. Whoa, that was crazy. And since 8 or 9 has to be orange, that means all the 7, 9 oranges are all the 7, 9 oranges must be 9. So this can't be orange. Oops. Can't be orange. This can't be pink. So it's red and green. This can't be green. Sorry, this can't be green. So this is red. This can't be red. So this is green. We have a 5 here, so this can't be 5. This must be then a red. This is a 5 here. So this is red. This is 8 or 9. again, we have the high 7, high orange must be 9 because it has to be one of these two and it can't be 8. So the high orange is 9, which means the low... So, okay, let's clear this because this is interfering. The low... Oh, this is interfering too. Lovely. Okay. The low 1, 3 has... Sorry, the orange low has to be 1. So the pink 2 4s have to be 4. And the pink 6 8s have to be 6. Therefore, the green lows are 2s, and the green highs are 8. So this must be a green high, which means this can't be green high here. So this is orange high. This is not orange high. It's the green high. So this must be the 9 then, and this must be the 8, 9 has to be 8. The red lows are 3s. The red highs are 7. That's we celebrate in the corner because we know we're close to solving this. These are highs. These are lows. These must be 2 and 3. And we have a 7, 8 pair here. Where is the high green? It has to be here in row 5. So this is 8. That leaves us as a 5, 7 pair here. And this is a 1, 4 pair here. This cannot be a 1, 4 pair, so it's a 2, 3 pair. This can't be 3, so this must be the green low, and this must be the red low. So this is 2, this is 3. What are the remaining digits in column 7? We have 2, 4, and 8. And 2 cannot be either of these. Therefore, this is 2 here, which makes this the green 2. I guess we could remove the coloring now. I'll just leave it there. We could just go by numbers. 2, where's 2 in box 2? It can't be here, so it must be here, which makes this a 3, which makes that a 2. So now we have all the 2s left. Those are all greens. These must be red. This must be green high, so that's an 8. This is a 7. Where's the we have, well, in box 2, the 3 can't be here, so the 3 has to be here. So we have 8 3s now. We know where the last 3 has to be. It has to be here. So this is 3, and this is orange. And the 3 cannot be next to the 7 because there's no x in between them. So this must be 5, which makes this 7, and the red 7 here. This can't be 1 because it would be next to a 9, and there's no x between them. So this must be a 4, which forces this to be 1. So this is orange. This has to be pink. We have 8 1s now. We know where the last one has to be. It has to be here. So this is 1 and is orange. We have a 7 in one of these two, and it has to be here. So this is 7 in red. This has to be a... Oh, we were missing a 5, I guess. So this must be a 5 here. I don't know. We'll make it yellow, I guess. That leaves 5 having to be here. and in the middle box because it can't be here, it can't be here. We have 8 5s. We know where the last 5 has to be. It has to be here. The remaining digits here are 7 and 4. This must be the 4 in pink. This must be red. So this is 4. This is 7. We have 6, 8, and 9 remaining. This is 8 and a green. This cannot be 9. This has to be 6 and a pink. This is orange and a 9. We have 4 and 6 remaining. This has to be 4, and they're both pinks. This is pink and a 4. And this has to be pink and a 6. So that's 6, and this is 4. And congratulations, you got the solution. Yes. I guess I didn't need to color in the rest of this because it was kind of clear what it was, but yeah, I like these because, well, mainly because I can color. And that's really the main reason why I like these puzzles. Also, the logic is fairly clear to me, but I'd like it for mainly the coloring. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.